Please smoke responsibly.
Welcome to Morgrave Gap, where we'll meet all your shopping needs. Troll free for 1 day now. Step aboard, no pushing, no shoving, please. First floor, blades and bandages. Second floor, trinkets and cheese. Thank you for shopping Morgrave Gap and have a happy adventure.
All right. Welcome to D&D 420 Recap 17 for From Dusk. My name is Tommy. I'm one of your co-hosts. I play Throven in this adventure. I'm a human cleric. Joining me is Mike. He plays Raspip. He's a gnome illusionist.
What's up?
Also, joining me is Matt. He plays Ras. He's a barbarian that transforms the Holo type cat.
Whoa, what's up, brothers?
Also joining us, also not joining us, is Nathan, who plays Nassau. He's a Duskblade. He's also a tiefling. Bert, he plays Brock. He is a dwarf, and he is a rogue ranger. And also not here is Jim, who is a game master and our friend. In case you didn't know, we are a guild called D&D 420, playing a world created by our friend and guild master Jim, centered around a city called Vulcaminar, which is in the Wilderdark. All right, we ready to get this recap 17? We ready?
Oh, I'm ready, man.
We're always ready.
All right, let's start us off, Mike.
Oh, me go? Okay. Well, we started off with the big troll fight. I mean, we coming off the end of session 16, we were getting ready. Our party, as well as the NPC Dervish, we're getting ready to go kill that troll that's befouling the waters of Morgrave Gap. And this was our goodwill deed in order to enter the city.
This is not a goodwill. You can call it a goodwill, but
more adventures with blood, starting off with blood.
Yeah, well, I this fight, I think, was one of those fights where it looks like this is where we put all the pieces together, it seems like all the pieces.
Yeah, we were prepared for it as well, though, is the thing.
Yeah, we knew about it, yeah.
Prepared for it, I mean, from Vrask running in, I mean, being our tank, from myself and Dervish, who was an NPC that Jim was playing. He was a half-elf, Cropios, and he had a weapon. Looks like it was a enchantment on it. We found out it was like a frost weapon. I think it was an axe. Mm-hmm. To Pip casting his spells to hold the troll. Nassau showed how Nassau is a fiercest fighter when he laid down some smackdown, the damage he did. And Brock, who actually felled the troll down by just shooting an arrow right between the eyes. I think that was an awesome fight.
It was well put together. I think as a party we came together real well and worked together.
Yeah, just going through the cave trying to find the troll.
For me, the sketchiest part of the fight was the tunnel leading up to the troll. Those damn bats, man. Bats. Yeah, because they inflicted us with a bleed. Which you need a heal check, to stop the bleeding. So a lot of us went into battle already, losing a hit point around as well. I know I did.
Yeah, I was losing a hit point around too. Yeah, I think that was great. I mean, the stairs that we had go down, everyone sort of most people slipped on. I think that was fun.
So it was very treacherous getting to the troll, and then we mushed the troll pretty well. Man,
we mushed that. Yeah, that troll had no chance at all. It seemed like it was a great fight. I mean, even after the fight, Throven was still agitated. The NPC Dervish got to see how chaotic we are. As myself and Vrass.
Me and you went at it for a bit. I forget what.
Yeah. Throven, yeah. Well, it just me being agitated. I still had Simon cough. You said something. I sort of ruined the moment you threw the troll head at Throven.
Yeah.
And we get in that fight. I'm gonna make you carry this damn head.
Was it like 100 pounds or something, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was heavy. Yeah.
Yeah, it was heavy. You could handle it. So yeah.
Yeah, I could. I'm a big guy, 6'5".
Yeah. So we got to carry that troll head. I mean, I think Dervish, he got to see you go holy low, which was
Oh, that's shocking. That's what
Yeah, the legends are real.
Yeah, he talked about the legend of the shape-shifting tribes, and I didn't tell him anything. All of a sudden, transform.
Well, actually transform into half of the Honolo first.
Yeah, I walked past them, and then
and then you.
I believe it was the next round. Yeah. Went in.
Full Honolo. And then I guess the fight ended. We carried the head back. I mean, we were pretty prideful. It was like, we've got this fucking head, carrying this fucking head. And as we're going back, we met I do believe she was an elf, maybe a druid.
Was that Marta? Was that our first run?
Marta. That was Marta. Yes. Marta stops and talks.
Yeah, and we felt like, or had the feeling that maybe she had been keeping an eye on us the whole time, or just seeing what we were up to. Because I know that when we were approaching Morgrave Gap, there was, the feeling of eyes upon us.
Yeah, well, that just makes sense to Vrask, really. Just watching their territory. Yeah, Vrask I'm liking this place. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah. So let's not get ahead of ourselves here, Matt. So we're on the way back, and then we bring the head to the city as they open the door. They open the gates. They open the gates, and you have this big ass head. And did they just allow us in? Or was that it?
I think didn't Gillian meet us there, the elf?
Yeah, I think he met us at the door, and really we were ushered into the town as heroes, man. Or at least I had that feel.
Yeah, me too. Vrask, yeah.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, because Dervish, he took us. I mean, we went right in.
Oh man, he's the one that offered to show us around, take us to his favorite bar.
And the first bar he went into, they were fighting, right? That's a big old.
Oh man, Vrask's favorite place.
Yeah, which I would have stayed.
Raspiff's like, I don't know about this place. Now, this is a little bit of me and Matt were talking earlier. Did we end up staying? Did that bar calm down and we stay there, or did we go?
He took us to a different bar.
Okay.
Yeah, he took us to a different bar, and that's where we came in, and there was we saw a dwarf behind the bar, which sort of shocked Throven, to tell you the truth, because if people don't know, if they haven't listened and followed us, because the way Welcome and R set up, the dwarves are the ruling fraction. They follow. They bring the smack down. They have the law. They treat humans and other humanoids that are not dwarves like shit. Maybe not gnomes, but so treat us like shit. So there's a dwarf behind the bar. I think there's another dwarf maybe there. They just welcome us, They say, the heroes, we got something to drink.
In the back, in another room, in the back was a fight pit. Because we pretty much moved straight through the bar into the fight pit room.
Place to be.
Yeah, I remember Throven sticking his head in there and running there asking how much is the fight, and it said 20 gold, and I come back like, hey guys, look.
Yeah, it was 10 gold a piece to enter.
10
So Throven comes back and begs Nass for the community funds, which we only had like 23 gold, I think, or something, not much. Yeah, as far as gold goes, we got a lot of silver and stuff. But Nassau was like, all right, here you go.
Yeah, I was super excited about that.
Yeah, and that's when we came into there and we paid the gold, went down there. I don't think we recognized. I think Brock recognized he was from Balkaminar from some of the symbols. We didn't really.
Oh, that was one of the competitors down there.
Yeah, one of the competitors, yeah. Brock recognized him, a full dwarf, and there was a half dwarf on the other side. It was a little bit taller, and we didn't recognize. We thought they were both dwarves, but Brock could tell the difference since he was a dwarf. And then,
he was wearing like old Volkmanar armor or something.
I let Mike tell from Pip's point of view.
Okay, so, so Throven and Vrask are getting ready to enter the ring into the pit, and the guy running the pit, speaks a lot of different languages, very animated, no weapons, no magic, no weapons, no magic. Said it in probably every tongue known to D&D kind. No weapons, no magic. So they go down in the pit, and the dwarves are approaching Throven and Vrask menacingly. And then what is the first thing Throven does? Fucking buffs himself, And instantly there's like a poof of what was it, like a red dust or something that stuck to
red glowing dust.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
it comes
had
out my
glowed you.
mouth as I speak the last.
Oh yeah.
It's just ability I do, and its buzz comes out, and then they back up, and then all hell breaks loose.
Yeah, once the rule was broken, because what was his name, Vash, Varg, the lizard
Varg.
man that
Mm-hmm.
we had been taunting at the gates was in there. He jumped down and he wanted a little piece of Throven action, and
yeah, he fucking stabbed you.
yeah. And me and Brock were sitting in the back. Brock and Pip were kind of sitting on the backside, and we saw that. So Brock was getting his crossbow ready. I mean, we weren't gonna have this go down like this because all hell broke loose.
Yeah, we saw those two dwarves fighting us as well. He punched you again, then Vrask got on him, and then you started hitting him, and then Varg came down and fucking stabbed you. And then everyone started mobilizing, getting ready, and then I forget what happened. What ended that fight?
I think it just got broke up. Everybody got in there and started, breaking up the brawl that had broken out in the pit.
Yeah,
and
broken up. Yeah.
After that, we all went into the bar area, to sit at the bar. Or at least I did, I think.
Yeah, we all came.
Yeah,
back
we
in,
all
yeah.
did. Yeah.
Well, I think Brock stayed in there. Did he not?
He might have stuck around in there for a little bit.
I thought he came to the bar too, actually.
Well, I think he came to the bar afterwards, but I thought he stayed in there just to talk to the other dwarf a little bit.
Yeah, I think they were talking.
Talking, something happened. Yeah, because I know everyone came in, and then I guess he joined us later, and then
Well, both those contestants, both those combatants joined us at the bar as well, because everybody was pretty cool. I mean, it's a ruckus place, it's punch, get hit, smile, shake hands kind of place,
Yeah. That's my place, mine in Brass type place.
Yeah, exactly. It is exactly
I could
right up
here.
your
Yeah,
alley.
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay with staying here for a couple weeks. Shit.
And then, when did you cast Minor Image for the troll? Was that? I guess that's before.
Well, we were sitting around talking about it. I think Dervish was people were coming up to us asking us, how did it do? What did it happen? And Dervish was going, it was so feet tall and it had, teeth and ears and blah, blah, blah. And I just said, hey, you want to see? And then that's when I cast the Minor Image, the full size, with a high ass DC. Yeah, with the high ass DC to disbelieve it. We had some action.
Yeah.
Or reactions.
Yeah, reaction we did. And then the bartender, what's his name? Borgear?
I think.
Borgear? Yeah. He jumped over the thing and took a swing at it a couple of times.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It was all good fun.
Oh, it's good fun. So then we got to more drinking of good alcohol.
Yeah. Well, you guys were hurt, I think. I think somebody offered some healing whiskey or something to you guys. Got out a nice decanter, and Brask throws it back. He's like, here, just take a little sip, take a little draw. Don't go too overboard with this stuff. And Vrask just goes to chug it and kind of faints a little bit.
Oh, I just fucking fall on the ground. I fucking collapsed.
Yeah, someone grabbed who did the bartender grab the decanter out of his hand?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, yep, for me.
I think we were actually passing it down the bar.
Yeah.
Because I know, I think Nass took a nip, I took a nip, and then handed it to Throven, who was bound and determined not to be outdone by Vrask. And upends the bottle,
And I started to go down, and it was Pip's job to just grab it out of my head.
Yeah, my job was to, as you're passing out, make sure that the nice decanter doesn't break, which I failed at, but
it didn't break, but it spilled.
Yeah, it spilled out, and we were called. You guys were called assholes or ingrates or something.
Yeah, ungrateful sons of bitches.
Yeah, ungrateful sons of bitches. But and the rest of that night, we just got drunk and passed out because like
Yeah,
we
we got
just
drunk,
woke up
but
the next day, kind of in bunk beds. Not
oh, you
really
just woke
sure
up.
what was going on. I think you made food that morning.
Yeah, because I know myself and Ras, we were still sick, right? Right,
Yeah,
man?
yeah. You guys were.
Yeah, we were sick,
I
feeling
was feeling
horrible.
real
Yeah,
bad because of that stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, we ended up waiting for hours, right? Me and you.
yeah. And I remember getting up making food, and I knew he came in.
And
I know.
just to let
Oh,
everybody know, this was a room in the behind the bar. There was a room that had some bunk
yeah,
beds. So we're actually staying at the bar, I guess you would say.
yeah, in the kitchen. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and that's when I cooked the food, and the bartender, he was really impressed. He said, "You cook this using my stuff?" Like, oh yeah, I didn't know spices to it and stuff, but yeah, yummy foods.
Good
And then
food
I
is good.
think that's when the group sort of split up after eating because you guys felt okay.
Yeah.
You guys went shopping, and Brass and I stayed.
I just ended up fucking watching a little bit of the fights and kind of just chilling. That's wasn't feeling good.
Yeah, fill us in what you guys were doing.
Yeah, me and Brock and Nass, we went shopping. I was looking for to make sure I replenished my components for spells is basically what I was looking for, and to see kind of gauge how magic is looked upon in societies outside of Alchemanar was one of like the underlying thing that I was doing essentially. Seeing if I could find these, seeing if it was hush hush or if it's illegal, or because we or at least Pip knows how it's treated in Volcaminar. It's, if it's unsanctioned, it's not allowed. So, but we found some shops. I was able to get my components, and we found a general goods store which had just regular clothes that I think those guys bought a set of just like regular everyday wearing clothes. And Brock bought some cheese because it was odd that there was cheese available and it was cheap. And then we went to another place, a finer tailor kind of place. I bought a really nice robe with gold trim and red embroidery, which I got a new token. I'm so happy about it because I got a whole new token and everything for it this week. It's coming up this week.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I have to apologize too. My voice is wanting to cut out. So if you hear me wisp off into the distance, it's my voice. I'm a little bit under the weather.
So when do you find out that Marta was the mayor of Morgrave Gap?
Man,
When was that?
I want to say it was that night, wasn't it? I know there was a lot of stuff that happened and there was questions because I know that first night, Brock talked to the other dwarf from Volcaminar when we were in the bar, and asked him like, "Why are you doing out here? Why did you leave? What did you do?" It ended up that he was in part of the Volcaminar kind of military that they send outside their normal area. So he was kind of like a crack unit, I guess, or something. And we ran across and found out that Marta was the mayor, that the one female that we had run into was the actual mayor or boss of the town, I guess. I don't know if you could call it a mayor or what.
I know that after you guys went shopping, you guys came back because it's sort of close to lunchtime, and Throven cooked some more food. And then
you use the cheese.
I used cheese, yeah.
Yeah, because I wanted cheese and I wanted the cheese with mushrooms, and I think you made some kind of meat or some kind of grilled steak kind of thing to go with it.
Yeah, with some mushrooms and cheese on it. And then we ate and we went back out again as a group this time.
Yeah.
And you took us to the general store. I know Throven bought some pots and pans, some real cooking utensils. Because before then, in case some people didn't know, I think I was using shells from what was I using from the ants or something that we came across?
I think they were beetles. Beetle shells.
The beetles, yes. Yeah, I was just using just stuff, crudely made stuff to cook, and now I have a cooking set: pot, pan, spatula.
I ended up buying some torches there as well. I forgot to say though that Brock, surprised Vrask a lot. He actually bought a bedroll the first time you guys went out.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
you brought it back. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Frass asked, fuck, you just threw it out there, gave him a bedroll. Didn't think much of it. Brock came back with one.
Yeah, that's
He did.
Keep
And,
all
and
their
he was
respect
winning.
from Frass. You're first healing my disease and just helping me now. Yeah, I mean, Frass, you know, he's stubborn, but damn.
well.
He's
I
loyal.
think. I mean, really, Brock's. I think eyes is becoming open. I mean, after you talk to that dwarf, you know how the dwarf said, you know, overheard the conversation of saying like, you know, Walkmanar is not as free as this place. You know.
Oh yeah.
I did. I guess I did hear a little bit of that. I was.
Yeah. I wasn't really. Yeah.
I was getting fucked up. Too.
I know Throven then went to the leather worker and get a, you can call it a hood, a mask made with a symbol of Sabankov, sort of like it, you know, on the face. And I used this leather from the, I'm going to get this wrong because everyone else knows the type of mushroom that this leather comes to but me.
Trillimac.
Yeah.
Why do I remember that? I don't know.
I don't know. So the Trillimac, and I traded the leathers just to, I had like 8 pieces, I do believe, 10 to 8 pieces of 1 foot by 1 foot square pieces of leather, and I had masks. I gave them the other pieces just to, you know, reduce the price because I didn't think we were going to use them for anything.
Making that mask though, man, that's got to be a moment for you. Well, I mean, we haven't received it yet, but
no, a couple days because I think other people getting stuff made is going to be doing a couple days.
Yeah. We had some things that are.
Yeah, that's some Brass was excited about to hear that we're not just leaving. We're just we're gonna be chilling and staying here.
Yeah. We did realize we're gonna be sticking around.
Find out.
And
the dwarves fucking lied about everything out here.
I know that we continue to go shopping because Throven tried additional foods again. He was trying little foods here, and it came to the food sucked. You know, like a lot of the food sucked.
Well, Nassau was looking for an armorer or something along those lines, and it seems like we walked down and we were sampling foods from different vendors as we went because I know we wandered the whole city for the most part, or town or whatever you would call it.
Yeah, but Throven picked up more cheese. I do believe Matt, I'm sorry. Did you pick up more cheese and give it to me?
Yeah, Brass. After eating your mushroom cheese, kind of your stew, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I had to get some more of that cheese.
Yeah.
So I just gave it to you.
I got cheese. We got cheese. And then, did we do anything else that night?
That was, I think that's about it. We went back. It was starting to get later in the evening, and we found out that they said there would be a celebration, and it was tonight when we got back to the bar.
Celebration for killing the troll. Yeah, celebrating the heroes.
Our base of operations.
They were talking about me too.
But there was a catch. There was a catch though. Throven had to cook. I guess to make up from dropping the alcohol.
That may be the reason.
You like cooking.
It could have been, or just like he likes the food that I was cooking. Because then I know Throven had said, "Hey, if I had to cook for like 120, whatever, how many people, could you give me 2 assistants?" And he said, like, "Well, how about Vrask and such and such, Brock, or you know,
I think he said Nassau, yeah.
Well, Nassau volunteered. Actually.
Yeah, Nassau was the only one to decide to volunteer. Jesus, the guy.
I don't know what I'm doing in the kitchen.
He kind of wanted to shred his stuff to everyone.
Believe it or not, when I was cooking the stew, that Throven, ended up sort of burning. That was the first time I rolled a 1 in my cooking skill. That was like the first time.
Yeah, but, his first time up at the big show, where he's cooking for a bunch of people, he screws it up, which is actually it's entertaining. I'm sorry, Tom, but it's entertaining. It's good storytelling. I don't know.
It was good. Yeah, it was entertaining, but they still loved it. And I got those sour grapes. I made little not crepes.
Tarts.
Made tarts out of them, which they absolutely love because I got a high roll on that one. They absolutely love the tarts. They still love the stew and the bread. I was sort of mad about it, but people they ate it.
So that's when we were getting ready to break down and kind of, break out the mugs of ale, the bottomless mugs of ale. And Nassau, before we got too drunk and stuff, called. He was wanting to call, like, I guess a group meeting or like a party meeting around a table. And And I guess that's where we ended it. That is where we ended.
That's where we ended.
Right before the big party, sitting around the table, all of us, our crew, waiting to have this meeting. And I thought it was a good ending place too, because it's going to set up
great.
I thought it was a great. It was really good ending place. Yeah.
Edge my chair. Yeah. To see what happens.
Matt, is there anything else we missed in that you remember?
No, I think we covered everything. What about you, Mike? You think of anything?
I think we covered everything fairly well.
Yeah, it was. I mean, most of it was in the city after. I mean, believe it or not, stuff. Most of it was in the city, and most of it was just us doing shopping. It was the first time in a long while that we came. Well, we came across that Nomer city, several sessions ago. 3 or 4 sessions ago, but this is the first time where we had the mixture and we had stuff and felt welcome after we killed it.
Yeah.
Just being around so many people too is very comforting for us. He does. There's something good about the world of dark, but there's something great about the city too. Just the noises here.
Right.
Talk to, fight people.
Dun 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 dun. Favorite moments.
Favorite moments. All right, so I'm going to have Mike start us off with favorite moments. Mike, tell us.
All right, my favorite moment was that first night at the bar when we were doing the retellings of the fight with the troll. When Dervish was describing the troll, I was able to jump in there with the, hey, let me show you, and cast the silent image of the thing, and it freaked everybody out. There wasn't a big battle or fight, but I really enjoyed that just because of playing Pip. And that's kind of the thing that he's really into, is having people believe in what he can, and his illusions. Man, what's your favorite moment?
Oh man, fucking the pit fight. No weapons, no magic. First things we're told. We get down there, we're talking for a little bit, we're getting ready. These dwarves start off just walking towards us. Fucking, they're clearly confident they can fuck us up. We start walking up to fuck them up, and then Throven just has this red mist come out of his mouth, and there's some yelling about. We're told we're disqualified, and then they start fucking fighting us anyways. And when Var came down and stabs you, man, I was like one round away from transforming the cave lion and just killing him, or at least trying to,
My favorite moment was, I'm going to go back to the beginning with the fight, because I think the fight just sort of, it showed our abilities off to a person that doesn't really, that just met us like the night before, of what we can do, of almost seeming like if you want to talk about a story that's going to be told to their kids and their kids' kids about the hole in low, which they thought was a legend, didn't come around, a person that catches on fire, a person, this little gnome that uses powerful magic,
the
demon, the devil, Nassau, who just does this massive amount of damage with his big ass sword, and even when it comes to Brock, felling this big troll with an arrow in the middle of his forehead. I like it because it tells a story about this, and it's unique. You're not going to see these people again. We have these unique things going on, and it also shows us how, even though we're sort of chaotic and rambunctious, that we come together for a fight and protect each other. I love that moment.
Yeah, it was good.
I heard, Mike, you had some honorable mentions that you want.
Oh, I do have one honorable mention. And this is just pure Mike enjoyment. When we were role playing the second trip out, we were at the general store shopping, and Nathan's looking for an armor. Nassau needs, armor or something along those lines, and he keeps on rolling terribly to gather information, and Jim's and everybody talking about how he's just this monstrous tiefling wandering around the city pestering people, where's your armorer, I need to become more ferocious, and just scaring the hell out of people. I laughed so hard, it was fun.
What about you, Tom?
I think the city itself, you have to just mention the city itself. I think Jim did a beautiful job to showcase the city, to showcase how we are these, even though we're 6th level, but we can see, these people sort of looking up to us, and we're welcome, they're friendly, and it's totally different from Vulcan and Nar. It's like the Dirches, but so much better, and everyone's getting along no matter what race you are. It's like, wow. It's
everyone
great.
can fight without killing each other. It's just a good time. This is the first barbarian place Ras has ever seen. I mean, he's come from barbarians in the sense that he grew up with them to 5 and came to the city.
I just want to throw this in here, and again, Jim does a really great job of putting these wonderful places together. And if you would like to learn more about how he does his job, you can always go to dnd420.com, and he's doing a really cool podcast series for beginning dungeon masters. I'm kind of going through how he puts his stuff together. If you want to learn how to do it, he's trying to teach you.
D&D 420, hell yeah.
All right, so after this, we have this thing called After Dusk. We go more in depth. We talk more about character development, just more stuff. It's a time for us to just ramble on. We love talking about it, and it's actually going to be live at 9:00 on Twitch. Is that right, Mike?
That's correct.
All right.
Look for D&D_420 on Twitch. We'll be live at 9.
And we also have it on Spotify. So you can listen to our recaps and After Dusk on Spotify. I do believe we're going to be doing After Dusk 6. Is that right?
This will be our 6th episode of After Dusk, which we will. It's kind of weird because the numbers don't line up right. 17th game session, 6th episode of After Dusk. And the reason we were doing this because we wanted to give our recap a little bit more format. So we're going to sit around and bullshit here in a little bit.
All right. Okay, that comes to the end of our recap. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Our recap 17 from D&D 420. My name is Tommy, and I play Throven.
I'm Mike, and I play Raspip.
I'm Matthew, and I play Ras.
And I'd like to just give notes to our other two people, Brock, and I shouldn't say Brock. I should say Bert,
who plays
Brock, and then we have Nate, who plays Nassau. All right, everyone. And again, I just want to say, I know Jim will probably be listening to this. Thank you, Jim. Thank you 1,000 times for putting this on.
Yeah, I agree.
Love it.
Yeah, thank you, Guildmaster
D&D 420. I love you guys. And I guess after that, man, I guess this is us signing off. Good night.